Strong talk, Q&A. Always ask why. Why are you watching this? Probably bored at work and don't really want to work. That's what I did for years. And now I get to make YouTube videos. So you can be me too. People always want the perfect program. They want, like, what exercises should I do for this? And or they'll see me or someone else doing some lift on Instagram or something, and then I get tagged in it. They're like, I did this because this guy did that. Like, no, don't do that unless you understand why I'm performing that exercise for me or what that thing is going to benefit. It's going to do you no good because you're just running around grabbing shit, trying this, trying that. You have no fucking idea of what you're doing. You're not learning anything. Unless you try it and you go, oh, well, that really hit my back, or it was hard to stabilize in my abs, so I have a weak core, so I should keep doing that. It's always good to ask why. If someone just posts like, hey, here's a variant of this exercise, try it. And if you can't grasp why you should try it, then you need to ask why or do some research. And that person, if they consider themselves a fitness professional. That sounds like a fucking douche, huh? And they just blindly just throw shit out there. They're not good at their job. I try to always explain why a movement is something. Unless I'm just training and I'm throwing a clip up, or I'm just trying to show you how cool I am, then that's also a reason to do a movement. Like when I do this, it makes everyone think I'm really cool, and then everyone likes me, and so that's a whole, if you're just trying to do this because it's stupid and it looks good on Instagram or something, then that's a valid reason. I've said that before. People are like, why do you do that? I'm like, because it's in a contest. Other than that, stupid. Or, I don't know, I was just trying to make a funny video. Like I'll curl on the, Olympic platform just to make people mad because it's funny. Like, it doesn't help to do it on a platform or to do it with a really expensive, weightlifting bar, but it's better. But like I saw there's a video, put a stone up on his shoulder, squatted down and say, hey, I tried doing stone squats. You should try them too. Why? Because it's a challenge? That's okay. If you say that, that's fine. This seemed really hard. Let me know if you think it's hard too. But if we're talking about an actual training benefit, do not do fucking stone squats with a stone on your shoulder squatting down. You are loading your body. You're loading one side of your body with 200 plus pounds squatting. That's going to be horrible with your hips and causing imbalances and all that. And it's just it's shitty information. Bottom line, a good way to do stones. So you should ask why. If that person can't answer you, you probably shouldn't listen to their advice because they don't know why. And if you never know why, you'll never learn, and you might kind of stumble your way into getting strong. You're probably going to end up hurt, probably going to do all this stuff, but you have to know why. That's where you learn, is the why, not the how. You have to know why you're doing something, because then you can take that and apply it to all these other aspects of your training. If you understand why something works or why you should do it and how. Not just what to do, that doesn't help. You're not learning the building blocks of how to get strong and how something works for your body, because what my assistant's work isn't going to look the same because we don't have the same kind of goals or the same kind of things that we're trying to bring up. Like I do almost everything I do for my lower body is unilateral work to fix imbalances, hamstring work and glute work because I have very strong quads in comparison. If you have very strong hamstrings and glutes and weak quads, our assistant's work is going to look different, so you shouldn't copy what I'm doing. See, that's why I understand the why and the how. So then I see someone, I'm like, oh, that person kind of looks like they have the same, imbalances as me. They did that. They said it worked for their hamstrings. Maybe I'll try it. See if it works for me. You do always have to try things to find out what works for you, but you need to know why you're trying them in the first place. If you actually want to do, and I'll give you an example of, a why on doing stone squats. If you actually want to do squats with a stone or a sandbag or anything where it's a front-loaded implement, you should be holding the stone in front of you, pulling it in, because it's going to activate the shit out of your whole back. That's, you know, the scientific anatomy term, your whole back. And it's, as you go down, it's going to try to bring you forward, bring you onto your toes if your back is not strong enough to hold it in that position. And it's going to be hard in your grip, all that. Great assistance exercise. Absolutely horrible to do. So you're like, oh, I feel like I need, you know, a stronger mid-back, or, you know, low trap, lats, etc. Maybe I'll do some stone squats with holding the stone like this. If I'm holding the stone up here, it's just for show. I'm not doing anything. All I'm doing is I'm doing a trick, and it looks cool. They're like, oh, they squatted with the stone on the shoulder, even though that's the easy way to do it compared to out front. But as far as an athletic benefit, I'm going to squat in a way where my body is unilaterally loaded wrong, and probably cause all kinds of problems. And there's a, you know, putting all that weight on one shoulder, squatting down, there's just a lot that can go wrong with very little benefit. So why should you do that? Always ask why.